Thank you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I am your host, Toni Ringgold, and today I have Mr. Levallois Hamilton with me. And I'm telling you, if you're just tuning in, you are in for a treat. We really just got deep, and he is really, he's an amazing person and an amazing artist. So I want us to talk a little bit about what you have coming up. This is your 9th mixtape, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 9. What's significant about this mixtape? What makes this different from all the others?
Well, since you said number 9, the way you said number 9, it's a transition. And it's crazy because I wrote this song or this album in the middle of a transition, spiritually, naturally, and it's, to me, it's a testament of what God has done in my life thus far.
Right.
And so, Under Construction is a mixtape or album that's meant to encourage people to submit to the process God is using to get them where they need to be. And the way it was shown to me was just breaking down those two words. Under means to submit, to go below. And construction is the process of which something is built. And so when we brought it together, God was saying to me that under construction means to submit to the process I'm using to build you.
Wow.
And so based on what I've been through in the time of transition, I wrote a lot of these songs. I had a whole nother album for this project. I started it in 2011. That's when my transition started occurring.
So even though this is your 9th mixtape, when was the last time you had one out before this?
I did one in 2015. I think it was last year. I did summer school. Yeah.
Okay. But even though you had those others, this one you had started working on in
2011. I started it and then I put it down. And then I put out 2 other CDs after that. And then after I put out Summer School, I decided to go back and finish it.
Awesome. So, one of the things that I do enjoy, me being a performer and always having a live band.
Yeah.
I'm performing this weekend on 6th Street. And it's still going to be different from simply because I'm so used to having my band. And so I'm doing tracks. And I'm like, But
I feel you.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's a completely different.
It's very different. It's
amazing when you have the band behind you because the energy and the pulse, and you're just able to enter in and do what you need to do. So, but I am excited about it. What I do really, really like and enjoy about you, I had the pleasure of seeing you do your thing at a talent show. Maybe was it last year? Maybe in December. Yeah. And you killed it. It was great. It was really, really good. But you were a lyricist and you had a live band, and I thought that was dope. So tell me a little bit about that. What made you decide to do that?
Well, I had started doing the live band when I was in high school. So what made me get into that was I started learning my flow. And I started learning how God would use me when I would go places in ministry. And so understanding how I would flow and what triggers certain things in my ministry, I understood that having that live band would help me to tap into a different level.
Okay.
Versus, having a track because you're limited.
Yeah, you are.
You're very limited.
You got 4 minutes and that's it.
And that's
or 3.5 minutes. And then that's it. There's no looping back. There's no repeating. There's no taking it back to the hook. Like you just really, you are limited in that way. And so who do you have in your band?
I have some good friends of mine. Chris is my drummer.
Chris who?
Albert.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, they say we look alike. I don't know. What you think?
Yeah, y'all do.
A little bit. I think it's the beard though.
Probably.
Yeah, so he's the drummer. Frank Allen, he's the keyboard player.
Okay, yeah.
Darren Spells, he's the redhead. He's the bass player.
Okay.
And then I have a few background singers: Gerard, Tanya, and Jay Will.
Okay.
And so it's really cool. All them guys are super talented and very humble.
Yeah.
And so
that's important. It's really important. I see, I'm looking at your flyer right now. Where can people get more information?
We have it all on like Facebook, social media. There's a event page for it. Also, there's a contact number on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call that contact number and get further information.
And that number is 254
226-7198.
Let's say that one more time.
254-226-7198.
Okay, so before we keep going and talking about the event, I'm about to put you on the spot. I'm sure you knew that. I hope you knew that coming in, that I was going to put you on the spot. On here, you spit a little something so the people know that it's like that they know it's real. Sometimes people have shows.
Right.
Come and you're like, wait a minute.
Okay. Hello, this be Levallois. Welcome to the center of my heart. Feel the heartbeat of the tempo. It's quite simple. Listen to this instrumental, cause it'll make your head nod like you're dozing off. Take a no dose. No dozing off, no sleeping, no drooling over beats like similar to what the rappers be doing. And some say they love God, but who are we fooling? Flesh or the spirit man? Which one is ruling? It can't be both because they're not congruent, but we try to make them. And man, that's foolish. Man, that's relish. I heard hell was hot. Dog, that's why I'm all up in your grill like a toothpick. Standing in the pulpit and I'm fighting like two pits.
Hey.
I ain't letting go until your demons cry forfeit. Yes, I be adopted, but your boy's not an orphan, cause I follow the sun like the earth when it orbits around it. Take your best shot like a portrait. Can your boy get a breather? Listen closely as I'm speaking through the speakers. The truth will probably cut your ear off like Peter. Give me your eardrum with these lyrics, I'ma beat them. Wait a minute, who's they walking on water? Well, that's Jesus. And if you got a problem, you can just leave it to Beaver. Leave it to Jesus. Excuse my persona, but I can't let the devil see me sweating like a son of temptation and make it swerve like the curves on a woman. I'm like, okay, I know how to act. No drama. I gotta watch out for this anaconda because the devil wanna block my seeds. And I'm gonna stop right there.
Yes. 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 Okay, so if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. Hey.
Yes. So, okay. I got excited all over again.
Oh, yeah.
So, the launch party is on what date?
August 27th.
What day is that?
That's going to be on a Saturday.
Okay. Saturday, it starts at what time?
6:30. And it's about 10 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Levallois Arts Theater in Killeen, Texas, right next to the Civic Center, off of W.S. Young.
Okay, I really like Levallois Arts. I had the pleasure of performing there for the Motown deal, and it was cool. That I like that stage.
Yeah, it's very huge.
Okay, and I see you got some heavy hitters on. So tell me a little bit about the people that are going to be joining you. Now, are these people actually on the mixtape? Any of them on it, or are they just performing? How's this working?
One person that's going to be performing that night is on the mixtape, and that's my brother Calvin Martyr. He's on there. We got a song called Unconditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Calvin Martyr.
Shout out to Calvin.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and then tell me about these some of the other artists that you
All right,
here.
so we have Jay Nice, the Kingdom Builder. Man, that's a good brother of mine. Been knowing him for some years. Joe Kia, she's out here from Killeen, Texas. Got a phenomenal single out right now called Amen.
Yes, I heard it. It's really good.
Man, I'm telling you, the song is phenomenal. And then a good sister of mine, longtime friend, Dr. Alexis Mason. She's the jack of all trades. She does poetry. She's an event host. She's a prophetess. She's just really a really good friend. Then my brother Cole Front, he's gonna be doing some stuff. Man, that's a very good brother of mine. Very humble and turned up. So you're going to see that.
Yes. I've had the pleasure of seeing him perform as well.
And then my sister, Notori Blue from Austin.
Shout out Notori.
Yeah, shout out to Notori
From Austin,
Blue.
Texas, like me.
Right. And she is a worshiper at heart. And so I'm so honored to have her.
And a beast.
Part of it. Yeah, she is a beast.
Yeah,
a humble beast.
A humble beast.
A humble beast.
To sneak up on you.
Yeah, and then this is young man that his name, he goes by the name JC Strings. He's very talented. He plays the guitar and he plays the violin.
Oh, wow.
And so I seen him at a couple events in Killeen, and I just really wanted to pour into his ministry and encourage him and give him a platform to continue to do what he do. And so I'm very excited for you guys to hear him. He's talented.
How old is he?
Oh, I don't know his age. I don't even want to lie, but I know he's still. I want to say he might be a freshman in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's young. He's not old.
But he's good.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very humble. Very humble. His parents definitely keeping him grounded, and I see God really taking him to places. So I wanted him to be a part And soul winners, they're also going to be there. These are some young men that I was able to mentor in my past church, and I'm really excited about having them a part. I try to push these young people, give them a platform, and and encourage them. So they'll be doing something. And then last but not least, my friend from Waco, Siobhan, she's going to be giving us some melodies as well. So I'm excited about that.
This is going to be awesome. I'm going to have fun.
It's going to be a treat.
Yeah, that's going to be, I'm really excited about this. And so August 27th from 6:30 to 10 p.m. at the Viva La Arts Theater. That's 3401 South W.S. Young, Killeen, Texas. You're going to have door prizes, and you'll have food for purchase. What kind of food y'all having?
We're going to have some barbecue.
Okay.
Some of that. Yeah. You just going to have to just come.
Okay.
You just have to just come.
So for ticket information, you need to call 254-226-7198. Again, that is 254-226-7198. And so this is your ninth mixtape. Are you going to have it available like on iTunes? Or
I'm gonna have it available on. I like to use Noise Trade because I like getting people's emails and stuff to follow up with. So I have it on Noise Trade.
Spell that.
Noise Trade, NOISETRADE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's a really nice that I like using. So I have it on Noise Trade available, and then of course I have hard copies.
Awesome. So as we're getting ready to wrap up the show, got a few more minutes. Is there anything that you may want to say to our listeners, especially those that are going through some things and they might be in a situation that you were in as a youngster coming up? What would you say to them?
It would be so much I would want to say to them, especially if they're in a situation that I was in. But one thing that I will say is the same thing that people told me when I was in a situation. What they told me is that God loves you. Don't ever doubt that because of what you're going through, that God is punishing you for something you did, or maybe it's just a lesson you need to learn. God is love, and I know it sounds very cliche, but it's a true statement. And sometimes we can't fathom God's love. God's love can look like so many things. Sometimes it can look like a whooping,
Well, yes.
From a parent. They say, "Hey, I'm doing this because I love you." And sometimes it can be like God blessing you with something. But I just would encourage anybody that in this time of your life right now, that wherever you find yourself in, wherever season you may be in right now, like, don't quit. Don't abort the baby because you're pregnant with something. God is birthing something within you. It could be a business. It can be an organization. It could be a word. Whatever it is, God, you're pregnant with something. And so what you're going through right now is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to break you.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. And God just wants to break you and to humble you so that you can be everything he needs you to be. So don't despise the process that you're in. Don't be envious of people that seem like they're in their season. Your season is going to come. But take advantage of where you are right now, because where you are right now is the best place for you to be. And so just take advantage of this moment, this time, to really build your relationship, get solid with God, and be confident. Just really be confident.
We hear that. We hear build a relationship, find God. But for some people, they might not necessarily know what that looks like. Yeah. I mean, what are, I'm one of those people, I've been raised in church my entire life. But I know that there are some people that go to church, and like you said, they really don't have that relationship. Yeah. I believe that one of the ways that you get that relationship is that you just be honest. Yeah. And be real. And when we talk about praying and things like that, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have this formal prayer. People, I don't know how to pray. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a conversation. Yeah. I have to be very transparent. I talk about the things that I do. But I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not always easy, and they're not, they're not easy. Right. When you go and you start a business, you mentioned that, and your entire livelihood is based on it, especially if you're someone like me who has children. You're automatically thinking like, okay, they gotta eat. Yeah. So if your faith is connected to that, and your thinking, the way that you think and approach situations are connected to that as well. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, today, I ain't got no money, I'm not going to be able to do this, I ain't got this, I can't do that, and then that's exactly what you're going to have. And I mean, it's so true. I have to give an example. Okay, so this week, I was feeling a little down because, when I first opened the business, I had all these clients coming in.
Right.
And then Monday and Tuesday, I had a complete standstill. And I was like, and then I started saying, you're crazy. Why did you do this?
Right.
What is wrong with you? You're a fool.
Right.
Starting this business, knowing you got these mouths to feed. And so that's where my thoughts started going, and I started doubting myself. And I started doubting everything that happened, even though I was blessed with the building without having to pay any rent until September. Even though people have come and rallied, even though I had tons of new clients come in, that quick, when things didn't go exactly the way I wanted them to go at that moment or something slowed down, I automatically started tripping.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so I had to pull over and I had to pray and I had to say, okay, God, first of all, I apologize for being ungrateful. Number one. Number two, I'm going to switch my thinking immediately.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, at that moment, when I switched my thinking, Levallois, immediately, amazing things started to happen within 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So when I was going back to school and they were telling me I couldn't go back because I had a balance from University of Phoenix from 2005, I was like, what? And they said I had to do this because I had to have the official transcript and all these different things. When I said, okay, I'm changing my mindset,
right.
At that moment, they decided to just settle the account for $60, and the account was like $500. The balance, just settled it. Then I go and enroll in school, and I have a scholarship sitting there waiting on me that I knew nothing about, and they knew nothing about, and wouldn't have seen if they didn't catch that one thing and had to reprocess all my information. So now, where I thought I was going to have to pay for school, let me tell you, switch your thinking. That moment when I thought I was going to have to pay for school, I actually had a scholarship that was hidden. Yeah. And that situation had to occur in order for that scholarship to come about.
Yeah.
Then, then on top of that, I started getting more clients and had 3 come in and pay for the full month for their classes. Wow. So what I'm saying that to say some of our listeners that, may be going through a tough time right now, you have the power to speak into your situation. The Bible says that there's power of life and death in the tongue. We always talk about the law of attraction. This is something that's universal no matter what religion or whatever you believe. Even if you do believe in God, you speak something, it's going to happen. If you and it's not even just speaking, it's your way of thinking. Because sometimes you can say something and you really don't believe that, so it's not going to happen. Right. But if you change your thinking and you speak it to your situation, I guarantee you it will turn around immediately because your mind is shifted. Right. They talk about looking at the glass, whether you're going to look at it half empty or half full. Well, how do you choose to look at your situation? Somebody say, well, I don't have no money for gas. Oh, you don't? But you have a car. How are you looking at your situation? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to, go and buy this pair of shoes. But you have a pair of shoes on your feet? How are you looking at your situation? It's your perspective. And the way that you choose to view life is going to determine how far you go. Period. So, I just want to encourage some people out there. We have some time, and so I really do. If there's something that you want to do and there's something that you're passionate about, do like Levallois is doing. I mean, seriously, take yourself out of your situation and really look at your life and make a real honest choice about what you're going to do. How do you go from being shot at to working for the city of Killeen, being a program specialist, to being an artist? How do you go from being ready to die to living? Yeah. You know what I mean? It was something that had to happen. And the thing about, I believe when it comes to God is he can show you what it is that you need to do, but you still have a choice to make. So what is the choice that you're making every day that you wake up? What kind of choices are you making? I'm sorry. I got on the soapbox. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Toni Ringgold. We got Mr. Levallois Hamilton in the building with us today, and we just, keeping it real. We're keeping it real. Keeping it real. Keeping it all the way real. I think my live video stopped. Yeah. That's all right. You got too high for him. Yeah. But, we want to thank you so much for coming. I mean, we still got some time, so I just, I really am excited for you. Tell us about this event.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm expecting some good things to happen at this event. Anybody that's familiar with, have seen me minister or anything like that, that my heart is never to just put on a show. I always want to take advantage of every opportunity to pour out and allow God to use me in such a way that people have an experience with him. I told God one time, I said, and it's still my honest prayer, I want to be the kind of artist that people come to my concerts, not because they just want to hear good music or get turned up, but I want to be that kind of artist that when people know I'm in their city having a concert, that they're going to come in their wheelchairs because they have an expectation that God is going to heal them. Or if people are sick or people marriages are on the rocks and they come to this concert to be refreshed, that you get both. You get the music, but you get ministry. Because in the hip hop culture, even in Christian rap, because I've been fortunate to be around a lot of the artists that do it, that's mainstream, particularly in gospel rap. And I can tell you from experience, a lot of these cats that were buying their CDs, when I go to their concerts, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get an artist that's going to be sensitive all the time. Not saying all artists like this, but you're not going to see a large variety of artists that will stop their concert and stop the music and say, hey, the Lord told me to pray for this lady over here. Right. Because they got a show, they got a set, they got everything's timed. And it takes boldness, it takes risk, and it takes faith to be able to walk that thin line. You know what I'm saying? And because you can't be all, I'm going to just, administer prayer to everybody and then you don't do no songs. People don't bought tickets.
They're like, wait, we came for the music.
Exactly. Right. So I really have tried to position myself to be balanced in that. And so,
who are your mentors?
Artists that I really like, enjoy and look up to. Like one of my favorites is The Truth. He's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. The Truth. This artist named Swoop. Probably never heard of him, but he's on Collision Records. Those two are like some of my favorites. The Truth in particular, because not only does he like speak the truth, but I know he's Holy Ghost filled. Mm-hmm. And when every concert that I have been to where he's performed or ministered, I'm telling you, I've seen 20 artists go up before him, but when he comes up, the whole atmosphere changes because he's not just bringing, crunk beats and making everybody head bob, but he actually saying something. Clever lyrics. Exactly.
Yeah. And throwing God in there somewhere.
Yeah, and he's not the most, far as like delivery, wordplay, and punchlines, he's not the dopest in that area, but it's the Spirit of God that's on his life. That when he speaks, the anointing on his life trumps all those punchlines and bars. And you really walk away with something like you made it seem 20 artists, but when you walk away like, man, like he really said something that brought conviction to my heart. And so he's an artist that I really admire because I like how he flows in that whenever he's ministering live. Ty Tribbett is another one of my favorites. Molly Music is another one of my favorites.
Do you sing?
That's a trick question.
Okay.
That's a trick.
Explain it.
I do it a little bit.
Well, you're supposed to be coming to see me at some point.
Yeah. We still need to make that happen.
Yeah, we got to. We got to make that happen because you're supposed to be coming and getting your winnings. Yeah. Get it right.
Get my win right.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
I do a little bit though.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Now you play, right?
Yeah, I play drums.
Do you play keys?
I play keys well enough to make beats.
Okay.
Not well enough to lead praise and worship. You don't want me leading praise and worship.
And you're putting out your music independent. Yeah. Do you have any aspirations to be on the label?
I did. I've had opportunities. I did, but right now, to be honest, the burden that's on me right now is not. It's not even the focus of mine. My burden right now is to really just make impact where I'm planted. Like I have so much love for, my city. I have such a burden for this community that's really what I'm focused on. So everything that I do musically, and you'll hear it even on this album. I talk about different things in the city. I believe in making impact where God plants you. So my focus is just making impact. I believe that
that's good because a lot of times people when they're artists, they like, oh, I can't wait to move to LA. I want to go to Atlanta. I want to go New York. They like their mind goes to, moving out of the area. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those people. I've been one of those people, but I have learned that where I am right now is exactly where I need to be.
Yeah.
And that I can, like you said, make an impact, make a difference right here. Yeah.
See, there's a scripture like in the Word. I believe it was in Mark in the last chapters, where Jesus had specifically like instructed the disciples. He told them to stay in Jerusalem until you receive power.
Right.
And then you go out into Judea and Samaria and all that. But he said, stay into Jerusalem. Jerusalem was the home place. That's where they was at. And so even Jesus didn't send them all over the world until they got power in their own community.
That's right.
And so I feel, I've seen people do it. I've seen people grind so hard to go over to the nations, all that, and they overlook their neighborhood. And
they don't even gain. And even if you look at it from a business perspective, gain a fan base here,
right?
Because these people are going to support you whether you go to LA and make it or not.
Yeah.
If you treat your people right here, they're going to always be that support.
Exactly. So it's definitely and that's just a conviction of mine because I believe that you got to reach your community. Like the first thing I did was I did something in my neighborhood. Awesome. I knocked on doors. They'll tell you I knocked on pretty much every door in my neighborhood and was passing out prophetic words that God had gave. And I was able to pray for people, lead people to Christ. And I turned around and did a block party in my neighborhood. And I think it was like 15 people that got saved right there on my street.
Wow.
Somebody got delivered from Satanism on my street. He was a 16-year-old. And it was right there in my neighborhood. And so after we did that, I started doing... Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
because that's real witnessing.
Yeah.
And that's what, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a church girl since church been church. But, I really do believe that your witness is your life.
Yeah.
Like, people go and preach to you, and then they live on the same street as you, so they see what's coming in and out.
Exactly.
They hear what's going on, so it's like, are you really living that life? How is it that you're able to knock on doors? How is it that you're able to have a block party in your neighborhood and people respond to it? That means that you got to actually be living what it is that you're talking about. And I think that's awesome. I'm really, really excited for you, Levallois. Just sitting here, and doing the show today, I really have more of a respect for what you're doing. And I really am interested in what you're doing, and I'm sure that our listeners are too. Keep us abreast of everything that you got going on. Let us know. But for those that are interested, we want to let you know that on August 22nd, August 27th, from 6:30 to 10 p.m. at the Viva La Arts Theater, under the construction with Levallois Hamilton will be happening. You do not want to miss this. For ticket information, please call 254-226-7198. We have some heavy hitters. We have Jay Nice, the King the Builder. We have Calvin Martyr. We have Jokia. We have Dr. Alexis Mason. We have Cold Front, Notori Blue, and JC Strings. Plus, we have Soul Winners and Siobhan. How do you say the last name? Nati. I'm telling y'all. And also, we are going to be hosting. The host is going to be Mr. Dante Snooks, who's an incredible host, by the way. I came to a couple of sheds that he hosted. It was really, really nice. So, August 27th, that's a Saturday from 6:30 to 10 p.m. For more information, please call 254-226-7198. I want to thank you so much for coming in, Levallois.
I appreciate you and the opportunity. And I'm excited for your ministry and what God's doing in your life as well. So
I appreciate that. Sorry, got a little choked up there. A little tears, and I'm just playing, y'all. But I want to thank you so much. This is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I am your host, Toni Ringgold. You can catch us on myb106.com for past shows and more information about what we have coming up. Thanks again, Mr. Levallois Hamilton. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday.